Hey guys, welcome back to another Transfer Roundup episode. We've got a lot of confirmed deals to go through and some really interesting rumours as well. So let's kick off with the first transfer deal that has been completed, and it's a big one. Kai Havertz. Oh my, Chelsea are absolutely going for it. Unbelievable, £72 million. He's just 21 years old, but we all know Kai Havertz is a player for the future. What a talent he is, and he's going to do very, very well in the Premier League. It's going to be interesting to see because he's not a typical attacking midfielder. You know, he's quite tall, very physical. How he's going to play for Chelsea? Are they going to be playing three midfielders, three attackers, Ziyech on the right, and then maybe Havertz in behind? It's a bit of a tough one, that. I'm not sure how Chelsea are going to get all of these players in, but he is the first name on the team sheet out of those new signings, along with Werner, two incredible German talents. And I think, honestly, Havertz will prove to be, I wouldn't say a bargain, but money well spent in the end. £72 million up front, yes, it's a lot of money, but Chelsea can afford it. And he is, I think, good value for money. If he does stay for 5 years, he will score a lot of goals, he will get a lot of assists, and he will sell for more. He's so young. What a signing that is. Let's move on to Manchester United because they have confirmed the deal of Donny van der Beek. He has moved to Manchester United for £35 million. And this is a big one as well. I think that this is probably a signing that they've needed for a little while now. I can see this going into maybe a three midfield, just like I mentioned with Chelsea. I'm trying to predict how these new signings move into the team, but I can see Pogba, Van der Beek, and then of course you've got Fernandes up behind the striker. So that is, God, what a midfield three that is. Unbelievable. And I've seen the statement made by Edwin van der Sar, ex-Man United goalkeeper, ex-legend, still a legend I should say. I think he's CEO of Ajax. He's the boss, and he's just said how amazing Van der Beek is, and although they're sad that he's gone, he needed to move on. And Manchester United, I mean, there isn't a bigger or better club, really, for a player like Donny van der Beek to create a legacy. So I think he will be a very good signing for them as well. £35 million, it really isn't too bad. Now, Everton have been busy in the window. They've just confirmed a big signing as well. We are talking about Allan, however you want to say his name, from Napoli. And they have signed him for 22? What? Are you joking me? I thought it was more than that. He's 29 years old, so I guess you could say that maybe anything more than 35 million might have been a bit of a stretch, but very, very good midfielder and Brazilian, that flair, hard-working. He will sit in midfield and he'll be an absolute rock for them. Really, really impressive signing. And they are very close to adding to the squad with another quality player, and that is, of course, James Rodriguez. Is he going to be an Everton player in the coming days? We will soon find out. But Allan from Napoli, done deal. Ancelotti has his man. Next, we have Matty Cash. He has moved from Nottingham Forest to Aston Villa for just under £15 million. Another very good signing. I think Aston Villa have done a very good job in getting Matty Cash for that kind of money. His market value, I think, is around 10 to 15 million. So to get him for 14 million is unbelievable, really. The exact number is 14.18 million. I find it funny how these deals go down to literally pounds when we're talking millions. I mean, to the nearest thousands. It's pretty incredible. But Matty Cash is listed as a right back here on transfer marks, but I know he can play in midfield. He's a very versatile player, and Aston Villa, I think, will be using him in many different positions, similar to, an Ainsley Maitland-Niles for Arsenal, a player that can just fill in gaps. But I really like Matty Cash. We've seen him play for a few seasons now, and he's finally in the Premier League. I'm really excited to see him. Now, for another young English player moving, we have Diangana. I hope I've said his name right. Grady Diangana, West Ham to West Brom. He was on loan there last season, I believe. He's now committed his future there. He has moved for £12.15 million. I thought it was a lot more than that from the reports I saw yesterday, but it has confirmed as a done deal at £12.15 million. And you won't believe this, but captain of West Ham, Mark Noble tweeted how angry he was. He could not believe that West Ham have let go one of their young future prospects. And I'm guessing he won't be the only player at West Ham that will be disappointed by this. He does look like a good player. And the fact that he's gone to West Brom, who have just come into the Premier League, and they could be fighting with West Ham for survival next season, or maybe mid-table. Who knows how good West Brom are going to be or how good West Ham are going to be. It just doesn't show that they're not really... what's the word I'm looking for? I had it just a moment ago in my head. They're not ambitious enough. Why would you sell such a great young player for such little money, it seems? In today's market, you should be getting a lot more for him, but it's done. West Brom have got their man. Grady Diangana is going to be playing for West Brom next season, not West Ham. Now, for the final confirmed deal, it involves Arsenal. Gotta love it. We have got Dani Ceballos back on loan for another season. It was confirmed yesterday on Twitter. I'm very excited about this. Dani Ceballos was one of the reasons we played so well towards the end of last season. His duo, his partnership, his whatever you want to call it, his pivot with Granit Xhaka worked so well. If we're playing 3-4-3, Dani Ceballos fits there. If we're playing 4-3-3, he fits in there as well. And the greatest thing about this, there is no loan fee. We have not got an obligation to buy. We do not have an option to buy. But because of that, we have the loan fee covered. It is done. We do not have to pay anything, I'm told. I've read, at least. This is incredible business, really. Dani Ceballos at Arsenal for another season. Of course, he'll go back to Real Madrid, but the longer he is at Real Madrid like this, the shorter his contract becomes, and maybe we'll be in for a better deal if we wanted to sign him permanently. But I will double check that loan fee thing, because if it isn't for free, the reports were it's around £4 million. So it's more than affordable. But the greatest thing about this, the fact that it is a loan deal, yes, he's not going to be our player next season at this point, but it does mean we've still got the resources to then go and move for other targets, whether it's Partey, whether it's Aouar or another midfielder. This doesn't change anything. It's just an added bonus. So the deal is done, and I'm really excited to have him back in the red and white. So we're now going to talk about some rumours, and we'll start off with an absolutely massive one. We're going to start with Juventus. They are heavily linked with Suarez. Suarez! Apparently he is no longer needed at Barcelona, and he will be potentially leaving the club in the next few days, coming weeks. And Juventus seem to be in the lead. I believe PSG are interested. There are a bunch of clubs that I'm sure are interested. Even Manchester United have been linked. I'm sorry, I can't see that. Can you imagine Suarez playing for Manchester United? Who knows? Things have happened in the past that have surprised everyone. But it does seem like Juventus are the favourites to sign him. His wages will be extremely high, but that doesn't stop Juventus in the past. Look at Ronaldo. He's on an insane wage there. Look at Aaron Ramsey, of course, they signed for free. He's on ridiculous wages. It doesn't scare them. It's just whether or not it's going to be a free signing or not. Suarez still has a player in him. He's still a quality striker, a great finisher, and I believe going to the Italian league might be quite a good move for him. And of course, it would be probably his final big move in his career. Shall we just talk about Messi now? Should we get this one done? Quite simple, really. He's not going anywhere. Lionel Messi is staying at Barcelona this season. He's made a bunch of statements saying that it's an absolute mess. The club is just in a real bad shape right now. They just plug holes. They don't actually find solutions for problems. And really quite a scathing statement coming from Lionel Messi, but he does not want to drag his club, he says. He does not want to drag his club into a legal battle with lawyers and things like that. So he's just going to stay. Now, you might be thinking, that's very loyal. That's very good of Messi. And yeah, it is. So the thing that's going on right now is he has been claiming, and his agent have been claiming, that the €700 million release clause should not be a thing. La Liga and Barcelona both claiming it is a thing. And they've decided that, well, I guess for now, Barcelona win this. They have enforced this 700 million release clause, which no one's going to pay. He will stay there for the remaining time on his contract, which, funny enough, is just 1 year. So this time next summer, Messi will be leaving for free. For free. Unbelievable. Now, of course, this depends on how Barcelona do this season. Can they rectify all of these problems within 12 months? Can they win a Champions League? Can Koeman get them playing like they should be playing? No, I very much doubt it. So I would fully expect Lionel Messi to be wearing a blue shirt next season in the Premier League. Man City seem to be the favourites and they will be waiting, and I'm sure it will be a massive contract. So I'm still excited. I'm kind of sad it isn't happening. I was really excited to have Lionel Messi play in the Premier League, but we're going to have to wait another year unless he ends up going somewhere else. But I don't know. I just think he's going to reunite with Pep. Let's talk about Norwich because, of course, they've been relegated into the Championship and they have two very good young wing-backs. You've got Jamal Lewis and you've got Max Aarons. Both players look to be ones for the future, and they're both today linked with a move to Newcastle. Both players. Real interesting stuff, this, because it's very rare you see two players from one club go to another club in one swoop, if that makes sense. And the fact that they're both the same position, just opposite wings, is really interesting to me. But Jamal Lewis, of course, was linked with Liverpool. That didn't quite happen. Max Aarons was linked with Spurs, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen because they signed Doherty. So to me, I don't know how realistic this is. You're looking at probably 15 million for Jamal Lewis and then upwards of 20 million for Max Aarons. It's a lot of money. And I'm a big fan of Max Aarons, more so than Jamal Lewis. I actually think Arsenal could do a great job in signing him, but I don't know what's going to go on there. But it seems like Norwich will be losing both young players, and Newcastle seem to be winning that race right now. And do you know what? I reckon that'd be a very good move for them both. It's a bit of a stepping stone. If they do get to Newcastle, perform for a few years, they will both then move on to even bigger and better things. But yeah, I would actually like to see this happen. I'm just going to jump back to Arsenal really quick. I forgot to mention this before. It's a bit of an odd one, this, but Felipe Anderson, the winger who plays for West Ham, got a big move a few seasons ago. Doesn't seem to be working out so well there. He's shown some good quality, but also has gone missing at times. He's been offered to Arsenal. It's a little bit of a weird one, this. I don't know how I feel about it. I do like Felipe Anderson, but I also feel like signing a player like him, let's say it was between 20 and 30 million pounds, surely that means we will not be able to get what we really need, which is another central midfielder. So I've got no idea how accurate these reports are, but a lot of people are reporting it. Something to watch out for. Imagine if Felipe Anderson actually moved to Arsenal. That would be a weird one. I definitely did not expect to see that. Also, another rumour right now still going on is Socrates moving to Napoli. Apparently Napoli really want him. Gattuso used to play with Socrates, big fan of him. But they're waiting to sell Koulibaly. And apparently by next week, we will know what's happening with Koulibaly, whether or not he's staying or going. Man City seem to be the leaders in that. So we're waiting for that to happen to then lose Socrates. And that, of course, is more money that we've freed up on the wages, for example. And then maybe we can start making a move for a midfielder. Back to Newcastle again, because they have been linked with Ryan Fraser. He left on a free, of course. I really don't like the way Fraser left Bournemouth, although I kind of get it with injuries, potentially ruining a move. But he's a free agent. He's been linked with Crystal Palace a lot, but it seems like Newcastle are now the favourites. Newcastle are going crazy in the market right now, looking to bring in multiple players. And Ryan Fraser, no doubt about it, very good player, tricky winger. And I think Newcastle might be a good fit for him. And this would mean that potentially, I think I've talked about this before, but Matt Ritchie might be going back to Bournemouth to facilitate this. So it's an interesting one, but Fraser, it seems more and more likely every day that he will be choosing Newcastle over Crystal Palace. Now, this is a massive, massive rumour. It seems like it could be done in the next few days. Wolves are looking to sign Fabio Silva, Portuguese. Of course, this is Wolves we're talking about. He's a striker, £40 million. I mean, it's crazy. This guy is so young, but he does look very good, and it could prove to be one of those signings that in a few years you look back and go, wow, Wolves got lucky, or, well done to them, because they've just sold him on to Barcelona for 110 million. He does look good. He looks like a bit of a Jimenez replacement, so I don't know if that's a thing. Is Jimenez going to be leaving? Either way, £40 million, Porto striker Fabio Silva going to Wolves in the coming days, maybe even today. Apparently the fee has been agreed and he's actually on his way. So it's a big one, £40 million for such a young player. That is just the market these days. It is crazy. And that, guys, is going to be the end of today's transfer roundup. I really hope you enjoy these videos. I love making these and I love reading about all of the transfers and the rumour mills, and I try my best to include as much as I can, especially the big moves. If I've missed anything, you can always put it down in the comments. I'm sure people will check those as well. It's just a community effort to keep everyone up to date without having to research all of the millions of websites out there that launch these rumors. I try to get the most reputable reports in these episodes, so hopefully you're enjoying them. If you are, please do leave a like rating. Make sure you subscribe as well. FIFA 21 career mode content coming quite soon. I've already started recording it. I'm not allowed to post it yet. There is an embargo, but please do subscribe for that. Until then, we're going to keep doing these transfer roundup videos and stuff like that. So all the best, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.